Welcome to this 2-minute video to quick start your smart learning. We are looking at history of the people. Now, this is how people were before. This is the modern human skull. There's a Neanderthal skull. Some 1,000 years back, this is how man was, or some 5,000 years back. Before that, this is a Homo bacillus skull. So, Homo habilis is a type of human being which was there long ago. Before the man became what he is today, he was once upon a time like other animals. He was similar to apes. So our oldest ancestors looked like apes. Slowly they became more human-like. That is, from four-legged animal, we became a two-legged animal. From an animal that walks with its back to the sky, we became an animal that walks straight back. So this is how we did. From 10,000 years ago, people had to travel in search of food. People were hunters and gatherers. Then people slowly started settling down near the river basin. That is what we call as Egyptian civilization or Indus Valley civilization, when man became a farmer. Early people, the first human beings, as far as we know today, were only 2 million years ago. Before that, human beings were there or not, we don't know. Earlier, man did not have food, so he had to eat the natural plants-based food. Then for clothing, he was trying to wear either from the leaves or from the skin of the animals. And for shelter, he was living in the caves or on treetops. So people used the caves. They kept them safe and warm and away from the animals. They used big boulders to close the mouth of the cave to protect from wild animals. The discovery of fire and discovery of the wheel are the two important things that changed the way man lived. Wheel helped them to move heavier things faster for longer distances. The fire not only helped them to live in a more comfortable way. During winter, he could keep the fire. He could light a fire to destroy the trees. He could light a fire to cook the animals and make it more digestible. So fire was helpful. And then he was carrying fire from a forest fire to another place. When man invented that using two flint stones he can spark a fire, that was a greater invention for the man at the time. The tools man used earlier were made up of stones and wood, and slowly he started making tools of metals like iron and copper after he started trying to understand the iron ores in the soil. The first cities, when people started growing their food, that is, from hunter to gatherer, he became a farmer to grow their own food. They were able to settle down in one place. They began to build houses and villages and cities came up. So the hunter-gatherer became a farmer. This is one of the animals. It is called mammoth. It looks like a bigger than elephant, but it has hairs. Mammoth hunting was a dangerous task. But how they were hunting? They were using metal plus wood plus stone together as a tool. And from far away, they were able to hunt the mammoth in those days. If they killed one mammoth, the flesh they get from that will be enough for them to live for 1 year. So early inventions were, first they tamed dogs to help them. Then they were able to invent metals and use them as tools. And then they invented clay pots to store food.